Today I'm making a wooden salt shaker with a shotgun shell base detail. It's a simple project, but the metal accent gives it a unique and interesting look. First, we remove the primer from the shell. With a small punch, I gently tap the primer out of the shell base. To separate the plastic hull from the metal base, we first need to heat the metal part. The heat softens the plastic hull and breaks the bond between the plastic and the metal base. We can do this over a candle or with any other small source of heat. When the plastic hull is heated enough, we use pliers to separate the two parts. If we used a candle for heating, some soot has likely built up on the metal part, and we can simply wipe it off with a paper towel. For the wooden part of the salt shaker, I use a pre-made laminated cylindrical wood blank, a combination of plum and maple. To start, I shape the top part of the salt shaker, creating a tenon onto which will later fit the shell base. Since the tenon has to be sized just right for the shell base to fit snugly, it's important to check its dimensions several times during turning. Once we've reached the exact diameter of the tenon, we can start turning it to its final length. At the top of the tenon, we need to shape a smaller tenon, just long enough to pass through the opening in the shell base, right where the primer used to be. On the blank, I mark the overall length of the salt shaker with a pencil. I begin shaping the exterior of the salt shaker, which in my case will have a deltoid form similar to the shape of a kite. This shape works especially well with the combination of laminated woods I'm using. Once the exterior shape is finished, I cut the salt shaker off the base. Next, I drill out the internal chamber for the salt. I size the salt chamber according to the diameter of the wooden body of the shaker. Of course, the chamber can only be drilled up to the point where the tenon begins. I check whether the depth of the chamber is correct. Next, I use a smaller drill bit to deepen the chamber into the tenon. Of course, before drilling, I mark the depth I'm allowed to go to avoid drilling through the tenon. I double-check that the marked drilling depth is correct. With this, the basic part of the salt shaker is finished. I mount the blank back onto the lathe, as I'm about to start shaping the lower part of the salt shaker, the wooden plug. At the start, I determine the correct diameter of the plug, which requires checking the fit several times. Once the plug fits perfectly into the chamber, I begin the final shaping of both the salt shaker's exterior and the plug itself, with both parts mounted on the lathe. First, I shape the exterior of the plug so that it continues the main form of the salt shaker. Before finishing the turning, I smooth the outer shape of the salt shaker with a skew chisel. Once everything is finished, I cut the wooden plug off the base. One more tip: to ensure the plug fits tightly into the chamber, I coat it with a bit of beeswax. It's slightly tacky and helps prevent the salt shaker from opening accidentally. I remove the remaining wood on the bottom of the plug using an angle grinder. The salt shaker is ready for the next step, which is drilling the hole for the salt at the top of the tenon. I drill just a single hole in the center, making sure it's large enough for the salt to pass through. Adjust the hole size to the grain of the salt you'll be using, whether coarse or fine. The next step is applying the final finish to the wooden parts of the salt shaker. As always, there are several options: traditional oil or wax finishes, or various types of varnishes. I used a clear water-based varnish to avoid the regular maintenance that oil finishes typically require. Once the varnish is dry, we can begin mounting the shell base onto the salt shaker. I do this using super glue gel, applying it to both the metal part and the wood. By twisting the shell base, I spread the glue evenly across the entire surface for a stronger bond. With that, the making of the salt shaker is complete. Here is the finished piece, ready to use or give as a unique gift. If you enjoyed the process, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more projects like this.